House, the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport.
Last week's leadership coup attempt stunned the nation and ended with failure and the departure of several key federal government ministers, leading to the second cabinet reshuffle this year. The drama began last Thursday when, after weeks of leadership speculation, Regional Development Minister Simon Crean announced he'll challenge for the Deputy Labor Party position and urged Prime Minister Julia Gillard to call a leadership spill on her own position, otherwise he'll force one through a caucus petition. Ms Gillard relented and announced a spill to be held within hours. All that was left was whether or not her predecessor, Kevin Rudd, would challenge for his old job. But despite feverish media speculation, he refused to run, and Ms Gillard and Deputy Prime Minister Wayne Swan were elected unopposed.
Today, the leadership of our political party, the Labor Party, has been settled and settled in the most conclusive fashion possible. The whole business is completely at an end. It has ended now.
The ordeal was over in a few hours, but the damage was done.
Well, the message to voters is that the Labor Party is confused and divided. And in Australian politics, parties that are divided and confused, that are fighting among themselves, tend not to do well in elections. So it's a negative message, but it's still about 6 months to the next election, which is scheduled for the 14th of September, so Labor may be able to pull it around. But at the moment, the division within Labor is very harmful to Labor.
The first news poll released after the failed coup shows Labor's primary vote crashing 4 points to just 30%. The opposition coalition now gaining 50% of the vote, up 6. That sets up a landslide defeat in the two-party preferred vote against the coalition, 58% to 42. Opposition leader Tony Abbott has also retaken the preferred Prime Minister slot, 43% to Ms Gillard's 35%, her lowest level of support in 19 months. While Gerard Henderson believes Ms Gillard will remain Prime Minister, he's cautious about any outcomes closer to the election.
If the opinion polls deteriorate, if Labor, instead of being around 30, 31, 32, is down around 27, 28, 29, who knows? I think it's unlikely that Kevin Rudd will challenge again, most unlikely. But there might be a compromise candidate, or Julia Gillard might go on and lead the Labor Party, but it really depends on how Labor's support holds or fades away in the next 4 or 5 months.
Parliament is now on a 6-week break, and the Prime Minister is hoping that the leadership speculation is now over and that she and her new cabinet can claw back support. But Ms Gillard has just 170 days to convince the Australian public that she's fit to be re-elected. Daniel Pizarro, Press TV, Sydney.